Hello and welcome to ESA Web TV. We are here in Houston in Johnson Space Center, and next to me is Thomas Pesquet, the ESA astronaut. So explain to us where we are exactly here in GSC.
So in the Johnson Space Center, we're here in Building 9. So all the buildings are numbered, there's a few of them. And Building 9 is where all the mock-ups live. So you have the entire space station behind us, module by module, because it's not just one block, but that's what we use for training. We train emergency, we train systems, we train a lot of things, and I've spent preparing for my mission a few years back a lot of time in that building.
If you're back here, that means that you're preparing something, or it's a new phase in your activity as an astronaut?
Well, it's a bit of both. It's what we call pre-assignment training. So it's before being assigned. So as part of this, you have to maintain your qualifications, and you have also to learn a few new things. The station is changing. We don't really add new modules, but we have new vehicles coming up. On the US side, we have new equipment, we have new experiments, different ways of doing things. So you have to keep yourself up to date, and that's what we do here in Houston.
And you're also supporting the other astronaut with your experience now.
Yeah, that's correct. So I use that experience that I've acquired by living and working 6 months on the ISS. And I'm part of different projects here on the ground. I try to help with the EVA, the spacewalks. I'm trying to help following an increment from beginning to end, and kind of being the voice of the crew on the ground and the voice of the ground towards the crew. Take care of the families. There's a lot to do on the ground, and it's almost as busy as being up there on the space station.
And of course, preparing in the future, your future and the future for ESA.
Yes, absolutely. I think the Director General has committed that all of us being the 2009 class, are going to go back to the space station, which means that hopefully in the near future there's a flight for me. So I want to be ready. I want to be ready physically, psychologically. I want to be ready, in terms of knowledge and technical knowledge and scientific knowledge. So I'm trying to learn as much as I can, so that when it's time to fly again, I'll be ready.
And space is ISS, of course, as a one step. But everybody talks about the moon, so that's also a new goal.
Yeah, the moon is right there. It's not in the next 4 or 5 years, even though we might beginning to launch a few elements. But for us, for astronauts, in I think between 5 and 10 years, there'll be flights to the moon. Maybe not often, maybe not for as long as on the ISS, but it's a dream destination for all of us. So we're also preparing this. ESA, the European Space Agency, is part of all these projects. The Gateway, the Orion vehicle to access the lunar orbit, and in the future there'll be lunar landers and installations on the surface of the moon. We want to be part of this. We think it's great for Europe. We think it's great as an adventure. So hopefully, in a few years, that's going to be my next challenge.
Okay, so Thomas, thank you. And of course, at ESA Web TV, we will be following you on this extraordinary adventure to the moon and beyond, maybe.
Yeah.
Thank you.